yo, we gotta talk, cause where the f is Persona 6? The company responsible for Persona 5, the worldwide phenomenon, Atlus, is a company coming straight out of Tokyo, Japan. They spawned on like April 7th, 1986, some shit like that. They have been terrorizing niggas ever since, whether it be taking the internet by storm, hyperfixation on the franchise, or just Persona brain rot. With the franchise having such precedence over the foreground of the collective psyche, where the fuck is it? And nah, we're not talking about no Persona 1-2 port updates or Persona 4 or even Persona Phantom X. We talking Persona 6. So today we're gonna be breaking down where Persona 6 is, possible story details, and why it may be coming sooner than you think. No erectile dysfunction. That's not how that shit works. I'll catch you next time. So first things first, I gotta edge you niggas a little bit. Let me start with the foundation for a timeline. Persona 5 came out on September 15th, 2016, and here we are 9 years later, which is crazy. Niggas have had whole square character arcs, and some have had children actually. There have been a multitude of projects since then, of course, including Persona 3 Reload, which, oh my god, that made them niggas big. Things got real interesting right after Persona 5 was released. So back in 2018, the Persona Studio chief director Kazuhisha, my fault. He told Dengeki PlayStation that he was working on mid to long-term plans, including a new numbered series. With Persona 5 sales recently crossing 10 million units and Persona 3 Reload becoming the fastest selling game in Atlus's roster, it makes it just a no-brainer for us to have a new installment. So that leads us to the question of where is it? Now we gotta of course talk about the leaks, because oh my god. Y'all remember the shit with the Midori? We're gonna get there actually. Let me take my time. So it's no surprise, leaks are how every young nigga these days is getting their information, which is so funny to think about, bro. I'm surprised they haven't been hit with like cease and desist, or I guess there's some kind of law loophole that kind of protects them from like getting fucking taken out the roster, but I guess. But that takes us to Midori, a reputable insider who has shared multiple leaks pertaining to Atlus, Sega, and the Persona franchise in the past. They shared on X that they heard the game will either launch in 2025 and 2026. They went on to claim that 2026 seems the most likely candidate, especially as the series' 30th anniversary, damn, falls within the same year. Now, for those who don't know, Midori is a renowned leaker, and apparently, no, but he's the nigga's an actual nigga. Like, I was surprised, bro. His name is Ryan, and he's from the Bronx, which is always a fucking, I swear, behind every anime girl PFP, there's like I'm telling you, bro, this shit is... The leaker revealed that Persona 5 Tactica and Persona 3 Reload states that Persona 6 would likely get a reveal at the Switch 2 event this year, and Brazil, an insider that has been all over the Switch 2 news, said that Metaphor would be coming out within the release window of the system as well. Now, if you follow me on my personal channel, you probably heard me talking about this thing before. Brazil has been all on top of all the good Nintendo Switch 2 leaks and insider sources, so you might want to check them out on family boards, which is not like 4chan. Do not fucking fuck your 4chan, genuinely. From a business perspective, having a behemoth like Persona 6 right out the gates would make more sense than not for a new gen like the Switch 2. Real quick before we get into the possible story details, I gotta bring y'all back to color theory. So I currently go to the Fashion Institute of Technology, and I did take a color theory class, and within color theory they touched upon it like a myriad of subjects, but one of the most interesting ones to me was the correlation between color and the consumer psyche, and how we kind of compartmentalize certain themes and themology within media. So one of the most important factors of Persona is actually the color system. If you paid close attention, you notice that each number entry has a certain color associated with it. Orange, cyan, blue, fucking turquoise, yellow, and red for Persona 5. And a lot of the current theory or theorizing is that Persona 6 is gonna have a green motif, which ties in to the main protagonist, which is apparently supposed to be green. Which has been kind of some hearsay, but she's often referred to as green, which she's a 16, 17-year-old high schooler who moves to Tokyo after her father's job exchange. Green is intentionally androgynous and uses they, them pronouns. And that's something so interesting. I feel like Persona's always had this duality ever since that Persona 4 or Persona 3. No, I think it was Persona 4 we had the update where you can control a female protagonist. I think it's so interesting between the duality of what you would experience as a man versus a woman, especially within social climates, which is what Persona heavily focuses on. And that's another interesting point I want to make. I think that it would make so much sense for them to have a split storyline in between male and female. They definitely have the resources to do it. Like, nigga, Atlus has been making bread since 2015. Actually, since before I've even been alive, so I think they'd have the facilities for sure. Like I touched on in the other cut, Persona 6 is most likely theorized to have a green color theory, and I already touched on how the color theory represents within each individual game, so I'm not gonna reiterate myself. The most common and most renowned color hex for green is 008000. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. My fucking dorm neighbors probably think I'm schizophrenic as fuck, which So this shade of green is most often associated with nature, growth, and harmony, and that would be such a great theme to utilize for Persona 6. Now, a lot of people, I know the plot synopsis I just gave for the theorized character of the fandom, but a lot of people are assuming or really hoping for Persona 6 to take place in college, and I cannot agree more. As a college student, which, for better or worse, this shit makes me want to kill myself, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like I've met a lot of people, I've met family here, bro, and I feel like I've learned a lot of really good life skills as well as technical stuff on my major side, so it's really good. And I think that story could really mesh well within the whole Persona aesthetic. Like, this nigga Joker already worked a job while taking care of his studies. I think you could just extrapolate that to the college lifestyle in general. Even from a business side, it makes sense for Atlus to focus on a college-oriented space. Atlus has catered to a specific audience from throughout a multitude of the previous entries, being predominantly high school students or college, as a lot of the situations are allegorical for like dorm life. They even have dorm themes, so it just makes sense. Like, even, bro, I have so many ideas for this. Like, even for mementos, like, bro, the first college the first enemy could be like student debt, bro. Like, see, Alice, you niggas should hire me, bro. I'm giving y'all free game. And a lot of people have also theorized that with the Switch 2 on the horizon, it would make sense for Sega and Nintendo to team up and have the Persona 6 title be a leading category within, alongside Mario Kart 9 and maybe even something from the Zelda side, but we're gonna have to see. That's pretty much it for me, though. I would go a little bit longer, but honestly, I'm hungry as hell, and I got some homework I need to kill. But much love, make sure you take your time to enjoy yourself, and most importantly, have yourself